That was fun. Too bad I don't know how to actually drive.
Brandon, are you in my car again?
Yes, Mum.
Get out of there!
Sorry, Mum.
And get a job!
Oh, I'm so bored. I wish I had something to play. What a stupid ass dream. Oh well, as it stands, I currently don't have the manual for the steering wheel and pedal combo. So until then, why don't we just jump in and just give it a bit of a first impressions, you know? See how we go. Oh, hello. Okay, obviously that's some sort of calibration that's going on. So we're going to start with Gran Turismo 4, just because it's mentioned on the box, and I happen to have a physical copy. So I don't have a PlayStation controller plugged in. I assume we can just use what's on the steering wheel. Okay, so the X button at least works. Alright, let's just jump into the arcade mode. Let's get a quick race in. Oh, yeah. That one. What year did this game come out? 2005. So in Australia, a Subaru Legacy is called a Subaru Liberty. I used to drive a 2006 Subaru Liberty, so let's get in on that. Do we have a grave? Oh, what's going on? Cancel. If I can get like a gunmetal grey, brilliant silver metallic. Yeah. So mine was gunmetal grey. So yeah, let's get in it. Fantastic car, until it wasn't a fantastic car, as per all cars. Turned into quite the money pit at the end of the day, but oh well. And here we are. Today I drive a Kia. All right, got the pedal action. Revving, redlining it. Let's try not to redline it. Okay, so it's... How do I get out of this stupid mode? There we go. Okay, first impressions, it's working. I can steer. We've got some force feedback. It's pretty cool. Let's take it around this corner. Oh, could have done that better. As proven by the fact that I immediately got overtaken. Hey, this is fun. I mean, I do have... Don't pit maneuver me. Oh, you dog. Got pit maneuvered. That can't be allowed. Yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. I was too busy being dogged on the racetrack. Yeah, so I have experience with steering wheels in arcades, you know, playing Sega Rally, games like that. Apart from a really crap, cheap steering wheel, which is still in my cupboard, which I used about maybe twice if I'm lucky, which wasn't very good, if you can tell by the way I'm explaining it. I don't have any experience with an at-home solution, especially those with pedals. So, yeah, I'm used to controllers. Wow, this is really like, I guess it's force feedback, but I'm just gonna cheat, cool. Yeah, it's really like, I'm really struggling against it, to be honest. I mean, this is only the first time I've ever used it, so presumably the more I play with it, the better I'll get, but you know what, first impressions? Not bad. Let's see if we can finish out the race, at the very least. Okay, I'm doing horribly, so I've decided to not finish the race, but I just want to show you what this controller is doing. I say controller, I mean steering wheel. Made a liar out of me. I thought it would drive itself. Evidently not. That was pretty stupid. Coming last anyway. It's nearly driving itself. Come on, you can do it. No, I'm lazy. Get us to the steering line. Get us to the finishing line by yourself, buddy. Let's go. I just have my foot on the accelerator. I think we're gonna make it. Go on, nearly there. It bounces itself enough that it doesn't spin out. We'll probably do that now that I've said it. Here we go. Finished the game all by itself. Okay, so even though this released in 2005, making it nearly 20 years old, on the box, they've actually slapped a sticker on it on top of the PS2 compatible games, saying that there's PlayStation 3 compatible games. So I guess there must have been some sort of update, because obviously the PS3 isn't quite that old. Nearly. So the one game I've got that's listed there is Ridge Racer 7. Bit more of an arcadey release, so maybe it'll be a bit easier on the steering wheel, because obviously Gran Turismo was more of a simulation, which we're all in. Just kidding. So there is a standard PlayStation plug and USB. I plugged both into the PS2. I'm not sure if you actually need the USB yet for the PS2, but obviously we don't have one of these on the PS3, so we'll just plug the USB in. The PS3 appears to be struggling. I remember, oh, I just spat out the disc, maybe? Maybe it sounded like it tried to spit out the disc. I remember now why I modded this, soft-modded, so I can play games off the hard drive. I do have another working PS3, so I can go grab that if need be. I have played disc-based games through this PlayStation recently though, so let's just try our luck, I guess. Okay, here is my original Chungus Mungus PS3 I've had since new. Not quite since launch, it's a second generation fat model, I guess. But the last time I used it, and hopefully this won't jinx me, the disk drive was working fine. In fact, the whole PlayStation was working fine, so let's see what happens. Oh, it's so big and wonderful. Cool, it appears we can use this as a controller on the PS3 as well, so I don't have to pair up a controller, which is good. So let's plop the disc in and hopefully it plays. Well, so far we have a black screen on both the TV and in the capture window. Nothing's ever easy. Except if you're using a PlayStation 2, then evidently it's plug and play. Okay, the disc was pretty grubby, and I've hooked up the controller just in case. It's creating the save data. Hey, there we go. Cool. It's just a dirty disc. It's always a bloody dirty disc. It wasn't me who made the disc dirty. I don't think I've ever played this game before. Can I play this with a... Oh, that'd be sick. I can use... Well, I can play it using the directional buttons. It'd be cool if I could use the steering wheel. That would be awesome. Anyway. Same as before, let's just hop straight into an arcade mode.
Welcome to the world of Ridge Racer.
Because I would like to go to bed soon. Don't tell me you're not going to work again. I got as far as the menus. Please. The TV said 0p at 0 hertz. Unsupported. Oh, this is just the TV being stupid. There we go. It's working now. Oh, it's going to do it again. So if I push the PS button, I think that's what it's called. See, it works. Because it's displaying that at 1080p at 60 hertz. But if I exit that, the TV has a fit. Ah! Ah! 0p at 0 hertz. Oh, it's doing something. Just tell me like the cable is loose or something. Please, this is driving me bananas. Poo. Okay, the fun and joys of doing first impressions in a live sense without a script or really much planning. So I think I fixed it. Seems to be working. Basically, and I'm not going to rattle on about this too much, but if you want to record PS3 footage via the HDMI cable, so you know, to get 1080p, not using component, there's copy protection built into the system which doesn't allow it, which is really annoying. But if you just run it through I don't know if you can see that there, a very basic HDMI splitter, it actually completely bypasses the copy protection. That's USB powered. That was just plugged into the USB port of the TV. Evidently it wasn't supplying enough power for the 1080p 60 hertz that's for this screen here. I guess it wasn't running that in the menu. So anyway, I've plugged that into a power brick. We should finally, hopefully, be able to test this. And I'm sure I'll edit this down so it won't seem like too much, but this has been going on all night. Let's go, Rave City Riverfront. Sounds great. The PS3 footage, on the other hand, is just completely unusable. It's a write-off. It runs at about 5 frames a second. So, yeah, sorry about that. We're just going to have to make do with the 2 camera angles, both of which aren't ideal at all. So, again, sorry about that, and f*** you, Elgato. Okay, I bet after all that, the steering wheel won't even work, but I don't want to jinx myself. Accelerator's working. And we're working. Fantastic. We are operational. Oh, oh, oh. Sick drift, bruh. Okay, so straight away this does feel, whoa. I was going to say way tighter than Gran Turismo, but maybe not. It's actually way looser. Well, way more sensitive at the very least. Oh my god. It seems like you either don't turn at all or you just turn like 90 degrees. Yeah, I don't know. So far I think I'm liking Gran Turismo more. If I went, obviously maybe choosing a Subaru wasn't a very good idea. Maybe if I went for a more arcadey type car, even Gran Turismo have them. I know I'm supposed to be like doing sick drifts and stuff, but it's not a very good way to review a steering wheel when I just want to figure out how, my God. Now I'm facing the wrong way. Okay, it's cool. I'm still just getting accustomed to it. Okay, so I'm coming dead last by a very far margin. I guess this is the end of the first lap. 2 minutes 36. What a lap time. Now that I'm going to actually restart this. Now that I kind of have the shock of the drifting shocked out of me. So super touchy on the brake. It immediately wants to drift as soon as I hit the brake pedal. So I guess the key to that is maybe not braking, just letting off on the accelerator and maybe very slightly touching the brake pedal. Yeah. See, oh my God. See, I mean, you can get used to it. I will note that it does straighten up a bit by itself pretty well, as long as I'm not ricocheting off the walls. Oh my God. Coming last again. This is not very retro game on, isn't it? This was basically originally a racing channel. This is a disgrace to 11 years worth of videos. Oh, yeah, see, I'm getting the hang of it. Obviously, I'm going to do a bunch of practice and testing off camera. So, by the time we reconvene, I'm going to be a master of this. Oh yes. And I'm going to start by overtaking this stooge. Come on, get out of my way. I wish I knew what the nitrous button was. Yeah, yeah, see, everything's already looking up. I shall see you guys soon. Ah! And then the proper testing began. Notably, Need for Speed Carbon shows the steering wheel on the loading screen. That was a nice touch. I wasn't sure if it was because of the different games I tried, or if I was just improving on the wheel, but things became easier. Personally, my favourite game to play was Burnout Revenge. That's no surprise, I like playing all Burnout games, but playing with the steering wheel added a new dimension to the gameplay. It was just like crashing in real life. I never did find the manual for the wheel, which is a shame, but I assume I'm operating it properly. And if not, oh well. And while we're on that tangent, there's not much information about this wheel online at all. I did find some magazine articles from early 2006 at least, but these weren't in English. Not a complete roadblock in the modern day, but it made for some interesting reading. It was helpful to read those reviews, since I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to this type of hardware. It's all new to me, and this wheel was probably perfect considering, as the articles painted as entry level, but a good starter nonetheless. I did mention that the pedals may be too inclined and that the construction quality was questionable, but evidently it's lasted this long. So hey, either it's never been used that much to begin with, or we can commend Logitech on their build quality. Besides from its listed price of €70 back then, there isn't really much else to say. Would that have been a good price? I have no idea, but as for myself, I can't see myself ever using this much. I have very little enthusiasm to pull it out and set it up, or alternatively, find a way to have it permanently ready to go. But it's not you, Logitech Driving Force Ex, it's me. I'm just too conditioned to using traditional controllers. It's all I know and I'm too old to change. Sorry buddy.